nigga Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We on switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less. Flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one want away. Richer than me. This ain't up for debate. You out of luck. Maybach, lay back, matte black. Just on your truck. Now I'm in the AMG with the all black tint. They don't know it's me, but they got a little hint. How you worry about it when you can't pay rent? I've been there. Lago and Bowie, I went there. Off of my kid used to live there. Basketball on the tier used to win there. Up in the cell at 17. Back in jail with no bail at 19. Up the road with the life is at 20. Made my first 100,000 at 23. Now who is he or who is she? They speak on my name when you ain't me. Why these talking I'm overseas? Biggie Smoke when I move, it was all a dream. Keep on talking and pump me up. Call me lucky, I guess I got dummy luck. Give it a play and then it is time. Better believe we gon' get up. Hey, he might snitch on YouTube. Say that you was up and put that on YouTube. Why you always rapping about it? That you do? Why you always rapping about it? That you do? Hey, if it's up like that, it's up like that.
Let's go with this shit.
If it's up like that, it's up like that.
What the fuck you got? Oh.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, inevitably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions. Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this language. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what the I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'ma get it as so listen close when I say this. After every
It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Try to get it. Get it. Oh.
Here we go. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Commanders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
11.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now they go play action now. Burrow. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Bengals in 9-2 to start play. They have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And this time not quite to the 30, only be down at the 31-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try to reckless ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
You talk about this Bengals defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Second down, Howell back to pass. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
And the Commanders' first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Well, Howell's going to mix it up here. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 35, here's a second down and 9. Howell. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the score that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Ready? Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Burrow. He's got a man complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown Bengals. T. Higgins, 72 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. And that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 8. In motion right, Peoples-Jones. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Third and 5. Al down to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now let's see, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Here we go.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
11.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd down and 8.
11, Thomas. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here we go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
McPherson's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Howell going to audible to something else. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now 3rd down and very long. Third and long, here's Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Here's Jones. When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
On one, ready?
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
A 40-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And Howell will throw it.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here's Howell.
That is incomplete.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down.
Now Howell.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. So here we go, 4th down, Howell.
And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way to the football.
The Commanders went for it, but they could not pick up the first.
And the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They go play action with Burrow.
And that was going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here we go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Burrow.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Hal to the air on 1st and 10. This one left side caught by Gibson.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
2nd down, Hal now. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And this is caught inside the 5.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 52 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Commanders 14.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
Mixing up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Jones on the return. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. 1st down, here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
I'm one, ready?
Here now, 2nd and 4. Inside handoff to Mixon. Fights him off. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I know we're there in wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Back to Mixon on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
11 MT.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield, instead checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Here we go.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Bengals 26, Commanders 14. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On first down, Howell. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing here, Howell. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. First down, Howell to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Commanders 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's get set.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he will have a Bengals first down. And it's celebration time on that sideline. And they've earned it. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go, here we go. Back.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
1-1, ready?
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Now Burrow changing the look.
11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go.
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this